Hey everybody. Have you ever seen this book?
Pete the Cat.
It's a Pete the Cat book, right. Here, I'm going to sit down here with you. So this is about going to the library. Who's ever been to the library?
Me.
Pete's mom is taking him to the library for the first time. The librarian gives Pete his very own library card. Cool, says Pete. The librarian smiles. Time for the tour. And this is Pete's mom. Has anybody ever seen Pete's mom before? Not me. Pete's mom was in the second Pete the Cat book about going to school. It's called Rockin' in My School Shoes. And that was the first time you saw Pete's mom. The librarian takes Pete through the library. There is a big desk where people wait to check out books. Pete sees some of his friends reading at a long table. It's very peaceful and quiet. How relaxing. Who is this cat right here, this one? Does anybody know who that is? Who is that? Thank you. Pete has a brother, right?
Yeah.
And this is Pete's brother Bob, and Bob has green eyes, and he's black and white. I have a black and white cat like this now, but it's a girl, and her name is Abby. And Abby was not happy when I left this morning. The librarian takes Pete to her favorite room. There are lots of Pete-sized chairs and tables and shelves. There are books of every shape, size, and color. So who knows who this is? Does anybody know who that is?
A frog.
Right, what's his name?
Grumpy.
Who said Grumpy? Yay, yes, it's Grumpy. And this is Owl. And who is this?
Squirrel.
Squirrel, right. And does anybody know who this girl is? Callie.
Callie.
You know Callie?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pete's friend Callie. And this is a platypus named Gus. Can you remember that? That's Gus. What do I do now, Pete asked. Now you read a book, the librarian says. Which book should I read? Asked Pete. You can read any book you like, says the librarian. Pete looks around. There are so many books. Pete picks up a book all about airplanes and jets. Who likes airplanes and jets?
I like it.
Your brother does?
Yeah.
He reads it and pretends he is a stunt pilot. He flies a super fast jet and does loop-the-loops and spirals high in the sky. Pete finds a book with dragons, wizards, and unicorns on the cover. He reads it and imagines that he is a powerful wizard using magic spells and a special wand to defend his castle against a fire-breathing dragon. So, what is a unicorn? What is it?
It's a horse.
A horse with what?
A horse.
A horn. Thank you. Very good. Next, Pete opens a book about spiders and insects. Ooh, spiders!
I love spiders.
He reads it and imagines that he is a scientist studying all types of critters in the wild. He has to be very still to study some of the critters. Who has seen a spider? Anybody? It's
I've seen a lot.
You've seen lots?
I've seen a lot.
Around Halloween,
Spider.
you saw 2 spiders in your house? And what about butterflies? Who knows butterflies? Then Pete chooses a book with all sorts of scary monsters on the cover. It is a book of fairy tales. Pete reads it and pretends that he is in a dark, spooky forest trying to outsmart a big bad wolf. Ooh, look at that wolf. That's a scary one. I drew that picture. Pete puts that book back on the shelf. It is too scary. Pete opens a book about the pyramids. I love the pyramids. Do you know what the pyramids are? He reads it and pretends he is an explorer riding a, what is that? Camel across the desert, right. And climbing to the top of a giant, what is that? Pyramid. Who said that? Awesome. Awesome. And okay, here's a hard question. Who is that? A lion. They call it the Sphinx. You think you can remember that? Yeah. Oh, let me show you something while I'm thinking about it. Who knows who this is? Does anybody know who this is? What's her name? This is Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa. You think you can remember that? That's Mona Lisa. This is the most famous painting in the whole world. So memorize it. Have you memorized it? Because guess what? You're going to see this again. Okay? All right, that was your art lesson for today. Next, Pete picks a book with all sorts of, what is that? Robots. Who likes robots? He reads it and imagines that he is a robot at a robot dance party. And Pete is dancing with a white cat with blue eyes. And what's her name?
Callie.
Callie. That's right. His arms and legs make whizzing sounds when he moves. When Robot Pete speaks, he says, what do robots say? Next, Pete picks up a book about superheroes. Who likes superheroes? Me too. I like Batman. You like Batman?
I like Spider-Man.
You like Spider-Man? He reads it and makes believe that he is a superhero. He flies around the city in a colorful cape, chasing bad guys and saving the day. Then Pete spots a book about, what is that? A submarine, yes. He reads it and imagines that he is a scientist in a submarine deep in the Atlantic Ocean looking for, what is that?
A whale.
A whale, and what is that?
Octopus.
Fuzz? Oh my goodness. Do you know what this green thing is? Who, what? What is it? Somebody said it, jellyfish? Jellyfish? What is that? What is that? Dolphin. I love kids. There are many wonderful books to read at the library. Pete can be whatever he imagines with a book. Reading is super groovy. The end.